Today, we're going to dive into a really simple but honestly super powerful technique for finding a bit of calm when things get stressful. It's called self-havening, and it's all about resetting your nervous system using, believe it or not, nothing more than your own touch. You know that feeling, right? The world just feels too loud, your mind is racing a million miles an hour, and you just feel completely overwhelmed. But what if you had a tool right there in your back pocket that you could pull out in that exact moment to just reset? Well, that's exactly what we're about to explore. So what exactly is havening? Well, at its core, it's a psychosensory technique. I know, that sounds a little technical, but all it really means is that it uses our senses, specifically our sense of touch, to change how we feel emotionally. It's this awesome combination of three things: soothing touch, a little bit of gentle focus, and some calming imagery. And the science behind this is just so cool. So why does this work? Well, that gentle, soothing touch, it's not just comforting. It literally sends a safety signal from your skin straight up to your brain. This helps pull your nervous system out of that high alert fight or flight mode and into a much calmer, more relaxed state. Okay, before we go any further, there's a really crucial point I need to make. Think of this as a powerful self-care tool, something for your toolbox to help you manage everyday stress. It is absolutely not a replacement for professional therapy. It works best when it's part of your bigger wellness strategy, especially if you're already getting support from a professional. So, the big question is, when would you actually use this? Let's walk through a few real-life situations where self-havening can be a total game changer. Honestly, the list is pretty long. You can use it when you feel a huge wave of emotion coming on, or when you just feel really anxious and agitated. It's also great for those times you feel kind of frozen or shut down, but you can be proactive with it too. Try it before a tough conversation or after a stressful doctor's appointment. It's amazing for settling your system down for sleep, and you can even make it a daily practice just to build up your resilience over time. All right, now for the fun part, the actual how-to. There are three main soothing touches in havening. And listen, the most important thing here is to experiment and find the one that feels the most comfortable and calming for you. There's no right or wrong answer. The first option we've got is face havening. This one is incredibly gentle and, it can feel really nurturing and kind. So the movement is really simple. You just start at the center of your forehead and lightly stroke downwards over your temples and down your cheeks. The key here is to keep the touch slow, rhythmic, and really, really gentle. Next up, we have arm havening. This is a super common one, and for good reason. It kind of feels like you're giving yourself a comforting hug. You can either cross your arms or just leave them open at your sides. All you do is stroke from the very top of your shoulders down towards your elbows. And here's a great tip to get the pace just right. Imagine you're slowly petting a cat or a small dog. That gives you the perfect sense of the speed and gentle pressure you're aiming for. And the third option is hand havening. This one is fantastic because it's so discreet. You can do it pretty much anywhere, in a meeting, on the bus, and nobody would even notice. For this one, you just gently stroke your palms and the backs of your hands. You can rub them together, you can interlace your fingers, or just sweep one hand across the palm of the other. Again, it's all about those slow, gentle motions that create that safety signal for your brain. Okay, so we've covered the when and the how of the touch. Now let's put this all together into a complete 6-step ritual that you can use anytime you need it. So here it is, the whole shebang in 6 easy steps. First, just name how you're feeling. A single word like worried or tight is perfect. Second, start one of those havening touches. Face, arms, or hands. Your pick. Third, add a little sound. You could gently count from 1 to 10 or just hum a simple tune. Fourth, bring in some imagery. Picture a safe, calm place. Fifth, and this is optional, you can add an affirming phrase. And finally, step 6, check in with yourself and just notice how you feel. Let's look a little closer at that optional 5th step. While you're doing that soothing touch, you can softly repeat a simple phrase to yourself. Something like, I allow ease to grow, or maybe my body can soften a little. This isn't about forcing anything. It's about gently giving yourself permission to feel a little bit better. And that brings us to the final step, checking in. The goal here is just to notice the shift, however small it might be. You might start out feeling worried, and after a few minutes, you notice a little bit of ease. That tightness in your chest might give way to some softness. Agitation can start to transform into calm. You're just actively watching the technique's effect on your own system. A really practical way to do this is with a simple 0 to 10 scale. Before you start, just ask yourself, okay, from 0 to 10, how intense is this feeling? Maybe it's a 7. Then, after a minute or two of havening, you ask again. And often, you'll find that number has dropped, which gives you this really concrete feedback that, hey, this is actually working. Now, knowing how to do this is one thing, but the real power, the real magic, comes from making it a regular practice. So, how do you actually build this into your life and create a true habit of calm? After a session, even if it was just for a minute, it helps to gently transition back into your day. You could take a few slower, deeper breaths. Maybe try some gentle movement, like rolling your shoulders or stretching your fingers. A glass of water can feel really grounding, and even just jotting down a few lines in a journal about how it went can help you process the experience. And this right here is the real takeaway. The first time you try this, yeah, it might feel a little weird, but with practice, you build a familiarity. You are literally teaching your brain over time that these specific cues, the touch, the counting, the imagery, they all mean safety. It becomes this reliable shortcut to calm that you can access anytime. So I'll leave you with this powerful question to think about. What if calm wasn't something you had to go out and search for, but was something you could access anytime, right within your very own hands? With a simple practice like self-havening, it just might be.